So today's topic is related to coil in suspension system or suspension system coil type. So if we see, the coil is nothing but if we take the wire and if we wound that wire, then that wire is converted into circular uh, shape. And if we wound the wire continuously, then it makes the coils. So different topics are there in this top, that is coils. Coils is basically helical spring. Spring is a device which is used to store the energy so that when the energy is needed, it is released. So when we compress that spring, then energy is stored in that form, and if we release that, then energy is released. So they can return to their original shape when the force is released. If we compress that by applying the force, then the shape is reduced, and if we release our hand, then shape is again uh, come in its normal position. It is defined as elastic bodies. Okay, this is elastic bodies. If we see, the material of that coil spring is hard drawn high carbon steel, then oil tempered high carbon steel, stainless steels, copper or nickel based alloys, phosphorus bronze material is there. So this type of materials are available: titanium, chrome vanadium, chrome silicon. These are also some materials related to this spring. If we see the applications, different applications are applied. Different applications are present there to apply the forces and controlling the motion, as in brakes and clutches. If we apply the force, then it is applied to the brakes. If we apply the force, then clutch gets disengaged. And next, measuring forces, as in the case of spring balance. This is used for measure the forces. Then it is used for storing the energy, like watches and toys. It reduces the effect of shock and vibrations in vehicles and machine foundations. These are another application. The disadvantage of spring: if the deflection of the spring exceeds some critical value, then the spring will buckle, and it is difficult to replace the spring. And once the spring is damaged, it is difficult to repair. So if we see the disadvantage, so definitely if we apply the force, then some deflection takes place. But the deflection is also applicable towards some values. But if we apply that uh, force more, then it crosses the limit of that deflection, and that is critical condition, and then that spring gets buckle. It is difficult to replace the spring, and once the spring is damaged, it is difficult to repair. If we see the classification of springs, springs are classified into different types like helical spring, leaf springs, hollow springs, beam springs, and Belleville springs. Our main application or our main focus is on helical springs. Helical spring is a spiral wound wire with a constant coil diameter and uniform pitch. If we see the functions of helical spring, it is used to store the energy and subsequently it releases it. Then next function is to absorb the shocks, and next is to maintain a force between contacting surfaces. All these are related to functions of helical springs. Types of helical springs: intentional springs are there, compressional spring is there, then spiral springs and torsional springs are another types of helical springs. If we see the extension helical spring, it has some means of transferring the load from the support to the body. It stretches apart to create a load. And next point is the gap between its successive coils is small. So in this case, the coils are connected to each other, so gap is very less, or in other words, gap is zero in this case. The gap between successive coils is small. The wire is coiled in a sequence that the turn is at right angles to the axis of the spring. The spring is loaded along the axis. We consider the conditions of the springs, then it turns at right angles to the axis of the spring. Next point, the spring is loaded along the axis. By applying the load, the spring elongates in action. Compression helical spring, in this case, the different ends are there, like plane end, then plane and ground end, squared end, and square and ground end, as shown in figure. Among the four types, the plane end type is less expensive to manufacture. It tends to both sideways when applying a compressive load. Another type of spring is torsional spring. It is also form a helical spring, but it rotates about an axis to create a load. Spiral ring is another type. It is made up of a band of steel wrapped around itself a number of times to create geometric shape. It has a few rotations and also contains a thicker band of steel. It releases power when it unwinds. We already see the slip spring, beam spring is there, washer spring, wallet spring. These are some pictures related to that springs. If we see the design considerations, the design of new helical involves the following consideration: the space into which spring must fit and operate, values of working forces and deflections. Accuracy and reliability is needed. Tolerances and permissible variations in specifications. Environmental conditions such as temperature, pressure of corrosive atmosphere, cost and quality is needed. We see the nomenclature of spring. C is equal to spring index, that is capital D upon small d. Small d is called as wire diameter as shown in figure. This is called as small d. Capital D is the diameter in meters. Di is the spring inside diameter. This is capital D and Di is inside diameter. E is Young's modulus, F is axial force, G is modulus of rigidity. L0 is free length, Ls is solid length, Nt is total number of coils, N is number of active coils, Ph called as M, Ph is in meters. Then number of active coils, there is N, P is pitch, T is shear stress in Newton per meter square, theta is deflection, that is in radians. We see the stresses, different stresses are acting in case of this helical spring. A round wire helical compression is subjected to axial force. The effect of axial force is equivalent to torsional, that is T is equal to Ft upon 2, acting on the wire across the section. Second is direct shear force F, acting on wire across the section. So stresses induced in spring wire are torsional shear stress, direct shear stress. We see the stress, torsional shear stress. The torsional shear stress induced in a spring wire due to torsional movement, that is T is equal to Fd upon 2. It is given by tau T is equal to 16 T upon pi d cube. is equal to 8 FD upon pi d cube. And if we see the second stress, that is direct shear stress, the direct shear stress induced in a spring wire due to the direct shear force F is given by tau d is equal to F upon pi d square upon 4 is equal to 4F upon pi d square. Then resultant shear stress is also there, that is tau is equal to tau L plus tau is equal to tau T plus tau D. And so this is about the helical springs. And this is about the springs. So today we'll stop here. Thank you.